I think I was here before. Or maybe I never left. I think I was here before, or maybe I never left. I think I was here before. Or maybe I never left. Voices in the hallway, they don't reach me right. Everything is loud, but it's fading out of sight. I try to stay awake, but the edges turn to blur. Now I don't know if I'm here or I'm somewhere else for sure. I can feel the pressure leaving out my skin. Like the world outside is folding in. I said I'm fine, I swear I'm fine, I just need space. But silence in my head don't feel like a place. It feels like air I never got to breathe. Like every thought just learn to leave. They told me don't go down that road again, but I already lost the way to pretend. I don't want advice, I don't want to fight. I just want something I can turn it off tonight. Now everything is softer when I close my eyes. Like someone turned the volume down on all my lies. Even pain starts sounding like it's far away, like it doesn't know my name today. I used to feel too much, now I feel less, and somehow that feels closer to rest. If this is wrong, I don't wanna be right. I just don't wanna survive this night. Reflection doesn't look like me no more. It's just a shape I've seen before. Talking without words, moving slow, like it forgot where I was supposed to go. Time don't pass, it just repeats. Same heartbeat under broken straits. And I don't know if I'm awake or gone, but I finally stopped feeling what was wrong. Maybe this is what freedom feels like. Street lights melting through the rain again. I don't hear my own thoughts the same again. Every color running out the frame again. Every promise sounding far away again. I've been drifting through the city half awake, trying not to feel the pressure in my veins. My mother called, I let the phone ring twice. Couldn't let her hear the static in my life. Everybody's singing I should slow it down, but silence only comes when I start to drown. I don't chase the high, I chase the space. It leaves that empty little moment when my chest can breathe. Windows down, the night moving liquid slow. Billboards blur while the speakers overload. Friends around me, but I barely know the names. Everybody hiding something in their brain. Smoke curling light goes around the dashboard light. I told myself I'd only disappear tonight. Now the room breathing back when I inhale. Every thought switches didn't turn and pale. I can feel my senses of distorted in bed. Like I'm watching someone else inside my skin. Nothing hurts but nothing feels completely real. I lost the line between escaping how I heal. I keep smiling while my memory disconnects. Every conversation fading into silhouettes. People talking but the words dissolve halfway. Like the meaning never fully wants to stay. Maybe peace was just another form of sleep. Maybe numbness digs a hole too deep. Slow collapse motion, floating through emotion. Everything dissolving out of focus. I don't know what's real anymore. Artificial heaven, mind drifting in sections. Every little high comes with erosion, but I still keep wanting more. I feel free when the feeling disappears. When the pressure melts away from my ears. When the walls stop closing in at night. When my soul stops trying to fight. Soft collapse motion in my bloodstream. Living halfway inside a daydream. If I vanish, let the city keep my name. I don't think I'll come back the same. Mirror on the sink, don't recognize my face. Eyes half open like I'm floating out of place. Every hour blending into one long blur. Can't remember what my normal used to look like for sure. All these little escapes turning into a routine. Now the highs feel smaller every week. People tell me I've been colder lately. Maybe they right, maybe something changed in me. I don't react when the tension starts to rise. I just step through conversations with exhausted eyes. Every emotion numb before it lands. Like my nervous system slipping through my hands. Got a pocket full of silence and excuses. Everybody sees the damage, I reduce it. Told myself I'm still in control somehow. Even while the floor disappearing under me now. I don't party for the thrill no more. I just can't sit alone inside my thoughts no more. Street racing heartbeat on the parking lot lights. Static in my head getting louder every night. I can't hear my own paranoia, learning how to breathe. Growing in the shadows underneath them. The freedom that I thought I finally found. Starting to feel like sinking underground. Still I chase that weightless state again. That quiet little death beneath my skin again. Everything slows down when the chemicals bloom. Like flowers opening inside a tomb. I know someday this illusion gonna crack, but right now I don't wanna look back. If I fade away tonight, would anybody feel the light? Or did I disappear before I walk through this door? I feel free when the feeling disappears. When the pressure melts away from my ears. When the walls stop closing in at night. When my soul stops trying to fight. Soft collapse motion in my bloodstream. Living halfway inside a daydream. If I vanish, let the city keep my name. I don't think I'll come back the same.
Please call me back. Please call me back.
feel heavy anymore. I've been sleeping with my eyes half open lately. Every morning feel delayed and blurry lately. Sunlight barely reaches through my room. Time moving silent like a funeral in bloom. Everybody asking where my spark went. I don't even notice when the days get spent. Used to panic every time I felt alone. Now I disappear before the feeling grows. Nothing really hurts the way it did before. Pain just settles quietly into the floor. I stopped fighting thoughts I couldn't outrun. Now I let them pass until they weigh none. Floating through the hallway like a ghost again. Conversation sounding distant, slow within. My father looked at me and tried to speak, but I couldn't hold his eyes for more than seconds. Wait, everybody said dissolved in air, like I wasn't really standing there. I know everybody think I changed somehow. Maybe they can see the damage clearer now. I keep telling them I'm only tired, but deep inside my nervous system's wired. I traded fear for something colder in my chest, and now numbness feels the closest thing to rest. Sometimes I forget what month it is. Sometimes I forget what hope even meant. Every night repeating in identical shades. Every memory slowly starts to fade, and the silence in my head gets deeper still. Like I'm teaching myself not to fear. No pressure in my lungs tonight. No shadows pulling at my mind. Everything's slow fading into white. I dissolve into the quiet. No anger left to hold inside. No tears left for me to hide. I close my eyes and drift away, weightless through another day. Without weight, floating through space. Nothing can touch me now. Nothing can leave a trace. Sleep without weight, drifting away. If I disappear tonight, would anybody notice the change? Bathroom mirror fogging while I stare too long, trying to remember where my mind went wrong. Every version of myself feel far away, like old recordings slowly starting to decay. I can't tell if I'm alive or just sedated. Every feeling in my body disconnected. My mother cried outside my door last night, said she's scared I'm disappearing from her sight. I almost answered, almost let her in, but I felt too empty underneath my skin. So I stayed quiet while the silence spread, like concrete slowly filling in my head. Friends still calling, but I rarely pick up now. Every social moment feel artificial somehow. Laughter echoing like broken TV noise. I don't recognize my own voice. Everybody moving fast while I stand still, frozen somewhere underneath the pills. And the strange thing is I almost like this state. No sharp emotions, no pressure, no weight, no expectations crushing through my chest. No fear of failure keeping me distressed. Just endless drifting through a softened blur, while the real world disappears unheard. But sometimes late at night the numbness cracks, and all the buried pressure rushes back. Heartbeat racing underneath the calm, like something violent hiding in my arms. I know this piece was never built to last, but I keep sinking deeper in the glass. I can hear the world outside, but it don't reach me anymore. Everything I used to fight don't feel important anymore. Maybe this is pace, or maybe this is death slowed down. Either way, I don't wanna wake up now. Sleep without weight, floating through space. Nothing can touch me now. Nothing can leave a trace. Sleep without weight, drifting away. If I disappear tonight, would anybody notice the change? I don't feel heavy anymore. You don't understand what it feels like in my head. except my eyes don't look the same. Like something underneath them slowly changed. She asked me where I go at night now. Why every answer turned into a fight now. I try to laugh and say I'm doing fine, but even I can hear it in my voice sometimes. My father standing silent by the stairs, looking at me like he don't know who's there. He used to tell me I could be somebody. Now every conversation turning ugly. Said you disappearing piece by piece. I slammed the door before he got to spit. Little bottles hidden underneath the bed. Half the things I say don't make sense in my head. Everybody watching every move I make. Every night another promise starts to break. I know they're scared of what I'm turning into now, but I don't know how to stop it somehow. And every day I feel like interrogation lights. Questions cutting deeper every single night. Where you been and why you look so pale? That's why I hear disappointment in every detail. So I leave before the pressure starts to grow. Driving around for hours with nowhere to go. Funny how a house can stop feeling like home, even while everybody there still loves you strong. I hear concern but it's not like control, and every attempt to help just burns my soul. Maybe they're trying to save me from myself, but I don't even wanna save myself. I know they see me fading slow, but I can't explain the way this emptiness grows. Every word feels sharp tonight. Every room turned into another fight. I keep running from their eyes, cause they still remember who I was inside. And I don't wanna face what I became. Distance from home, distance from trust. Everything breaking between all of us. I hear my name through the walls at night, but I stay outside till the sunrise light. Distance from home, distance from me, turning into someone they don't want to see. And every road I take alone pull me further from home. My sister stopped knocking on my bedroom door. She don't ask if I'm okay no more. I think she's scared of what I might become, or maybe tired watching me come undone. Every family photo feels strange now, like I disappeared before I left somehow. Voicemail left a voicemail on my phone. Please just tell us when you coming home. But I can't stand the guilt inside their voice. Makes every silence feel like noise. So I mute the world and drift away again, try to outrun this state I'm in. I can start a line without thinking twice. Small eyes turning heavy overnight. I'm sober while my hands still shaky. I'm good while my chest still ache. I don't even know who I'm protecting now. They're for pain on me from breaking down. Every argument, every blame in my skull words hit harder when the drugs wear off. My father yelling that he losing me. My mother crying in the kitchen quietly. And me standing on between the sound. Too far gone to turn around. I used to think escape would make me free. Now it only build more distance around me. Every night I drift a little further out. Every morning filled with deeper doubt. And the saddest thing I finally understand is they still love me while I barely can. I hear the pain inside their voice, even when they whisper soft. But every time they reach for me, I disappear before they touch. Distance from home, distance from trust. Everything breaking between all of us. I hear my name through the walls at night, but I stay outside till the sunrise light. Distance from home, distance from me, turning into someone they don't want to see. And every road I take alone pull me further from home. We're trying to help you.
It keeps coming back. Coming back. Back again.
Back again. I think the same thought every 30 seconds now, like it lose back sharper every time it comes around. I try to focus, but it fractures in my skull. Every sentence turning empty, turning dumb. Can't tell if I'm thinking or repeating. Something broken underneath keeps repeating. Walking down the street, but I'm not really there. Faces passing, but they all look like a stare at something wrong inside the way I move. Like my actions don't belong inside the truth. Every step I take repeats the last one twice. Like I'm stuck inside a version of my life. I hear my name inside the silence of the room, but nobody's speaking. It just
even when nobody calls. Like I'm trapped inside invisible walls. Every memory comes back out of order. Pieces of my past collide in distorter. Wait, I mean it, not her, I lost the thread. Every thought bleeding into something else instead. I start a sentence, but it fractures in the air, leaving meaning hanging nowhere. I keep checking if I'm losing track of time, but time itself don't follow any line. It skips, repeats, then doubles back again like a broken loop. I cannot comprehend it. I swear I've lived this exact moment before. Or maybe I'm still stuck in one before. It repeats, it repeats, it repeats in my head. Every thought feels like something already said. I try to break it, but it multiplies inside the cracks behind my eyes. Nothing moves forward, nothing resets. Just broken patterns I can't forget. I'm awake, but I'm not aligned inside this loop of my own mind. Broken pattern thinking, mind keeps blinking. Same thoughts sinking, never stopping, never sinking. Broken pattern thinking, reality's flickering. Every word I'm speaking keeps repeating, keeps repeating. I can't escape it. I can't reshape it. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. I wrote a sentence, but it folded in itself. Like it didn't wanna live outside my mental shelf. I erase it, but it stays behind. Like a watermark burned inside my mind. Every idea splitting into fragments. Every fragment turning into patterns. I try to sleep, but the loop continues there. Dreams just echo what I thought somewhere. I wake up tired from a night I didn't leave. Still inside the same loop, I believe. And every time I think I broke it free, it starts again immediately. People talking, but I only catch half. Words is all been dark and grass. I respond, but I don't know what I said. Like my voice is disconnected from my head. And they look at me like I'm fading out. Like I'm speaking in a language full of doubt. I started writing notes to stay aware, but even writing them becomes a snare. Cause every line becomes the same again. Looping back where it began. Underlying reality to stay intact, but evening starts to contract. And I swear saw myself from outside once, standing still for too many months, watching me repeat the same mistake. Like a program that won't break. And I don't know which one is real anymore, the watcher or the one on the floor. It repeats. It repeats. It repeats. I can't stop it, up 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 it. I can't stop it, up it, up it, up it, up it, up it, I can't stop it. Pattern thinking, mind keeps blinking. Same thoughts sinking, never stopping, never sinking. Broken pattern thinking, reality's flickering. Every word I'm speaking keeps repeating, keeps repeating. I can't escape it. I can't reshape it. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. This already happened. This already happened. It's quieter when I stop thinking. I found a place where nothing really hurts no more. Same feeling every time I open up that door. It don't fix me, it just turns me down. Like lowering the volume of the whole damn town. And I know it's wrong, but it feels like rest. Like pressing pause on everything inside my chest. People say I'm getting worse, I say I'm fine. Cause they don't understand what's going on in my mind. It's not escape, it's just a self-esteem where every heavy feeling starts to dissipate. And I keep going back even when I swear I won't. Cause without it I feel things I don't want. Same hour, same cycles of relief again. Like I'm erasing noise I can't explain. Everything outside starts fading out. Like it never really mattered anyhow. I don't feel high, I don't feel low. Just somewhere in between, I know. I try to stop but silence got too loud. Like the world was screaming underneath the clouds. So I went back to what made it slow, to that place where nothing grows. And I told myself it's temporary peace, but peace is the only thing I need. Now repetition feels like safety line. Same motion, same chemical design. I don't chase happiness, I chase relief. Even if it's built on self-deceit. Cause every time I try to break away, everything inside me starts to decay. It's not joy, it's not love, it's not real, but it's the only thing I can feel. Outside is chaos, inside is slow, and I don't wanna let it go. If I stop, it all comes back. Every thought, every crack. So I
I stay inside this loop, even if it's just the truth I choose. False calm, repetition, same condition. Every cycle feels like permission to disappear. False calm, repetition, no decision, just a chemical repetition that keeps me here. It don't heal me, but it still feels like home. Even if I know I'm alive.
Stop counting days, they all the same now. Every sunrise feel like background noise somehow. Wanna react to things that used to hit like my emotional system started skipping it, and everybody says I look the same outside,
But inside, I'm just trying to survive.
I see my reflection, but it don't respond. Like it's waiting for a version that is gone. I talk to people, but I'm never really there. Just copy your responses into empty air. And the only time I feel aligned is when I repeat the same design. I try replacing it with other things before, but nothing ever shuts the inner door. It always opens back the same way, dragging everything I tried to delay. So I return to what makes it stop, even if it slowly lets me dry. My body knows the pattern better than my mind. It starts prepare me for I even decide. Like it learned the route on its own to that place where I feel less alone. And I hate it, but I understand why it always reaches out its hand.
Cause silence without it feels like pain, like thoughts are falling like acid rain. So I choose to loop again, even knowing how it ends. And I wonder if I ever break away, or just fade into a day by day. If this is peace, why does it feel like sinking deep?
If this is calm, why can't I sleep without it anymore?
False calm, repetition, same condition. Every cycle feels like permission to disappear. False calm, repetition, no decision, just a chemical repetition that keeps me here. It don't heal me,
But it still feels like home.
even if I know I'm alone. I can stop whenever I want. Don't ask questions out here.
I met him on the corner with a light so rich. He don't talk much, he just hands. What you need, no names exchange. Just a look and a nod, like everything here already been God. He said keep it moving, don't stand too long, cause this teaching here don't last for long. Money folded twice inside my palm, heart beating like a loaded alarm. Every deal feel like it cost me more than anything I ever had before. But I needed silence in my head that night, so I traded fear for a temporary lie. Backseat conversations turning low and cold. Everybody here already sold their soul, not in words but in the way they move. Like every action got something to prove. I learned real quick, you don't trust the face, you trust the silence between each page. Street lines, you replacing anything I knew. Right or wrong, don't look the same out the blue. Everything is time and everything is risk. Every handshake comes with something mixed. I'm not proud, I'm just trying to survive in a place where hesitation don't stay alive. And I swear to myself it's just one time, but the same situation keep crossing the line. Every favor turns into another chain. Every night adds weight inside my brain, and the more I stay, the less I feel like me.
Just another name in proximity. No rules here, just exchange. Every moment rearrange. What you give is what you take. Nothing here is safe. Keep your eyes on every move. Nothing here to lose. Only ways to bend or break. No time to hesitate.
Trade level agreements, no commitments, only consequences and agreements.
Made in silence.
Trade level agreements, no forgiveness, only survival in the distance.
Between violence, you don't choose. You just move or you lose.
Now I recognize the pattern patterns in the trade. Every smile got something carefully displayed. Nobody here really asking why, just calculating how and what and if and by. And I became part of that same design without noticing the crossing line. There's a language here that don't use words, just movement, silence, and blurred absurd. And that means yes, a pause means no. A wrong step and everything let go. I learned to read it just to stay alive, even if it means I'm less alive. Sometimes I see my reflection in their eyes, and I don't like what slowly crystallized. The version of me I didn't plan to build was shaped by every corner I stood still. And the guilt don't hit right away, it just builds up slowly day by day. Every deal I make pulls me deeper in, like I'm trading pieces of my skin for temporary silence in my mind. But it never lasts for long behind, so I come back even when I know every return makes it harder to let go. And I used to think I had control in this, but control don't exist in a place like this. Only reaction, only instinct fast, only trying to make the moment last. Even if it slowly changes me into something I don't wanna be. I didn't choose this road, but I stayed too long. I take feels like it's already street level agreements, no commitments, only consequences and agreements. Silence. Street level agreements, no forgiveness, only survival in the distance. Between violence, you don't choose, you just move or you lose. You learn fast, or you don't last.
Do you copy?
It's not clear. Static in the room when nobody's talking, like the walls keep breathing even when I'm walking. I swear the silence never stays the same. It keeps shifting like it knows my name. Every corner got a shadow out of place, like something watching, but I can't see the face. I hear footsteps when the hallway's empty, like my mind's in faded ways to tempt me. TV turns on but no one pressed a thing. Just flickers cutting through everything. I try to ignore it but it stays too close, like the air itself don't feel composed. Every reflection feels a second delay, like I'm not safe with the life I made. Eyes in the mirror don't blink the same, like they learning how to play the game. And I step back but it steps too, like it knows exactly what I'll do. Phone lights up but there's no notification, just vibration with no explanation. I check it twice but it goes black, like it's laughing when I put it back. And the paranoia starts to grow roots, turning thoughts into broken loops. I don't trust what I see anymore. Every sound feels like a coded war. Even breathing feels pre-recorded now, like I'm inside something I don't allow. And the worst part is I can't tell if it's real or mental hell. Something's wrong in the frequency, every signal bends at me. Nothing stays consistent long, everything feels slightly wrong. I can't tell if it's outside or something buried in my mind, but the room don't feel the same since I started saying my name. Static in the room, static in my head, every sound I hear already been said. Static in the room, nothing feels alive, every moment breaking inside my mind. I can't tune it out, I can't shut it down. It's everywhere I turn, it's around. I try to leave the room but it follows slow, like a bent to space wherever I go. Streetlights flicker when I pass them by, like they recognize me and don't reply. Even people talking sound half erased, like their voice is glitching out of place. I asked someone if they hear it too, they look confused like I broke the view. Said everything is normal where they stand, but I don't trust the shape of my own hand, cause it shifts when I don't focus right, like it disappears in and out of sight. I stop sleeping cause the dreams repeat, stay broken, signal underneath my feet. Waking up feels like continuing, not ending, just re-entering, like I never left the cycle at all, just change dimensions of the same fall. There's patterns forming in the static noise, if it's trying to mimic human voice, whispering things I almost understand, but they dissolve when I reach my hand. And I swear it knows when I listen close, like it feeds on attention most. I don't know if I'm losing grip or just seeing through the broken script, but every layer of reality I touch feels like it's been edited.
Does it still exist? Or does it live inside the way I resist? Static in the room, static in my head. Every sound I hear already been said. Static in the room, nothing feels alive. Every moment breaking inside my mind. I can't tune it out, I can't shut it down. It's everywhere I turn. It's around. We're still receiving you.
It wasn't supposed to go this far. I didn't wake up letting any of this, but every hour turned into something I can't fix. Pressure in the air got me moving wrong, like I'm reacting to a world already gone. Every face I see feel like a threat, even before they even speak, yeah. I started reading danger in the smallest signs, like every shadow got a hidden design. Hands in pockets feel like loaded intent. Even silence feel like something's been said. I'm not thinking clear, I'm just moving fast, cause hesitation never ever lasts. Phone buzzing but I don't check it right, cause every message feel like starting a fight. Everybody wants something I don't have, but I'm too deep now to just go back. So I stay outside where the rules don't reach, learning violence like a second language speech. I told myself I wouldn't cross that line, but lies don't matter when you're running out of time. One bad moment turned into a chain, one bad choice started feeding the pain. Now every step I take feel less like mine, more like reaction wired inside. And that's where I can't tell fear from instinct now. Every move just trying to survive somehow, but survival don't feel like it used to feel. Now it's sharp, fast, and completely real, and the world outside don't slow down, so I don't either when I'm around. It wasn't me, it was the pressure. It wasn't choice, it was the texture of every moment breaking down, turning instinct into sound. I didn't want this path I'm on, but hesitation's already gone. Now everything I touch turns red inside my secondhand fear in my veins. Every decision feeds the chains. Secondhand fear, no control. Every reaction takes its toll. I didn't choose it, it chose me. Now every move is emergency. I started running when I should've stayed still, but still don't matter when survival kills. Every block feel like a different test, every corner hiding something in its chest. I don't trust calm, I don't trust peace, cause peace is something that don't last and straight. I met people moving just like me, eyes too sharp, hearts on repeat. Nobody asking what's right or wrong, just how long they can last that long. And I learned quick that hesitation costs everything you didn't think you lost. I did things I can't replay in my mind, cause memory gets blurry every time. But I remember flashes, broken frames, hands shaking, no one saying names. And the silence after hits too loud, like it follows me through every crowd. I told myself it was just one moment, but one moment turns into ownership. Now I'm carrying weight I didn't ask, moving forward but stuck in the past. And every choice that I thought was mine feels like it was written every time. And I don't know where fear even starts, cause it stopped feeling like something apart. No, it's in me, around me, behind my breath, guiding every step left. And I can't tell if I'm still deciding or just surviving. If I stop moving, I might break, but if I keep going, what's at stake? No calm, just in life. In every choice I make. Secondhand fear in my veins. Every decision feeds the chains. Secondhand fear, no control. Every reaction takes its toll. I didn't choose it,
trying to get through the night. Stand up. Stand up.
47 confirmed!
47 confirmed.
They stop calling me by anything I know. Now I answer to a number in a queue. No name, no past, just a coded lie. Something written down to pass the time. I used to think I was someone before. Now I'm just echoes behind a locked door. The walls don't talk, but they always listen. Every silence here feels like a prison within prison. Time don't move, it just repeats. Same footsteps walking empty streets, but the streets are gone, replaced with steel. And nothing here is meant to feel like stay all like they never sleep. Burning thoughts I try to keep. Every hour feels artificially held, like reality itself has been expelled. I stopped asking what day it is, cause days don't exist in places like this. Conversations reduced to short commands, hands behind back, eyes to the ground where I stand. No emotion allowed in the tone. Everything human slowly overthrown, and I feel myself fading out slow into something I don't even know. I remember outside like a different life, like a story told through broken life. But it gets further every night. I stay like memory dissolving away. And the worst part isn't pain or fear.
It's how quiet everything feels here. No choices left to make, no directions left to take. Only waiting, only time, only lies. They don't need to break you fast. They just let the silence last till you forget your own name in the fray. Code number 47, no heaven, just repetition and pressure and measured. Code number 47, no questions, just existence under tension, compression. I'm not a person here, just a tear of disappearance. Talk less cause talking don't change anything. Words disappear before they mean anything. Even thoughts start to shrink inside, like they don't have space to survive. And I catch myself forgetting how to speak, like language is something I don't need. Every face around me looks the same, different stories, but identical pain. Nobody asking where you came from now, just how you behave and how you fit inside the system shape. Anything else just gets erased. Sleep don't feel like rest anymore, just temporary pause on a locked door. Dreams come short and leave too fast, like they're not allowed to last. Then I wake up not knowing if I did or just reset inside the grid. I used to think I had control of my life, no control is just a word that dies. Every routine replaces thought, every moment already bought. And I'm learning how to disappear without even leaving here. I swear the hardest part is not the chain, it's how quiet everything became. Cause silence here don't heal or mend, it just never seems to end. And I don't know if I'm still the same, or just a number with no name. If I lose my name, do I still remain? Or do I become the space between the chain? No beginning, no return, just the lesson you don't unlearn. Code number 47, no heaven, just repetition and pressure measured. Code number 47, no questions, just existence under tension, compression. I'm not a person here, just a tear of disappearance. Confirmed. It's all coming back now. I feel
everything I try to bury deep. Like I woke up suddenly from sleep. Every nerve is talking at the same time. No filter between the word and my mind. Even silence feels too loud to hold. Like it carries stories I never told. My body shakes like it's learning again how to exist without chemical end. Every step feels heavier than before. Like gravity returns to the floor. And I can tell if this is pain or truth, or just a version I avoided in my youth. Memories don't fade, they just arrive all at once like they're trying to survive. Faces I forgot start speaking clear with voices I haven't heard in years. And I don't run from them this time, even if they break my mind. I used to think numbness was released. Now I understand what it takes from me. Every emotion hits without a shield. No distortion left to conceal. And I'm not strong yet, I'm just awake to everything I used to escape. Even breathing feels like work now. Like I'm rebuilding something somehow. Piece by piece I come undone. But maybe that's where healing's begun. Cause for the first time in so long, nothing feels completely wrong. No more silence to protect, no more chemicals to forget. Everything I ran from stands in my hands. And it hurts to be this real, but I finally start to feel not the absence of the pain, but the net. Slow clearing, no more disappearing. Every shadow I was fearing starts appearing. Slow clearing, heart is steering through the damage I was wearing. Now I'm hearing I'm not gone, I'm returning, even if it's burning. I see the past, but it don't control me now. It's just something I'm learning to allow. Every mistake stands in the light, not as a chain, but a part of the fight. And I don't look away this time, even when it doesn't feel fine. My hands still shake, but they feel alive, like they're remembering how to survive. Without running from every thought, without everything being fought. The space between reaction and fear, and I'm starting to feel that here. People I heard come back in waves, not as ghosts, but as human remains. The moments I can't rewrite, but can finally hold in light. And it breaks me, but not in vain. It breaks me open, not again. Even my name feels different now, like I'm relearning it somehow. Not as a label tied to pain, but something I can reclaim. And every breath feels less like death and more like something that is left. I'm not fixed, I'm not whole, but I'm no longer losing control. When that difference starts to show in the way I move, the way I grow. Cause healing isn't sudden light, it's surviving the return of night. If I stay here long enough, will it stop feeling rough? Or is this just the cost of what I lost? I don't know yet, but I won't forget. Slow clearing, no more disappearing. Every shadow I was fearing starts appearing. Slow clearing, heart is steering through the damage I was wearing. Now I'm hearing I'm not gone, I'm returning, even if it's burning. I can stay with this. I can stay with this. I can stay with this. I don't really know how to talk anymore. I sit in circles I don't understand. Tried to learn how to be a man again. Nobody here asks what I used to be, just what I'm willing to let them see. And silence feels different in this place, like it doesn't try to erase my face. First time someone looked at me and stayed, without judging every mistake I made, just nodded like they knew the weight of everything I tried to escape. And I didn't know how to respond to something that wasn't gone wrong. They passed me words I don't fully hold, like trust is something gently told. Not forced, not taken, not demanded loud, but built this space between the crowd. And I'm scared of how fragile it feels, like it could break just being real. I still don't speak unless I have to, but I listen more than I used to. Every story here sounds like mine, just different damage, same design. And for the first time I don't feel alone, even if I no running, just shared existence. And I don't trust it fully yet, but I don't reject it either, I guess.
Maybe healing starts this way, slow, uncomfortable, day by day. I don't know how to receive something I used to never believe, but they don't leave when I look away. They stay, and that changes something small inside, something I used to always hide.
Not gone yet, not free, but maybe soon.
Hollow trust exchange, slowly arranged. Every broken piece we change in exchange. Hollow trust exchange, no disguise, trying to meet each other's eyes for the first time. Not fixed, not whole, but we hold.
I hear laughter in the other room, and it don't feel like impending doom. Just people trying to stay alive without needing to survive. And that difference feels unfamiliar, like something strangely familiar. I told my story in fragments first, asking which parts still hurt the worst, but nobody flinched or turned away. They just let me finish what I couldn't say, and I realized mid-sentence break that I wasn't just a mistake. Every short silence feels less cold, like it carries something I can hold. Not answers, not solutions, fast, just something that might last. And I don't rush to escape the room like I used to in past doom. I still feel the edges of who I was, like distant echoes of what it does, but they don't define what I become. They just exist, they don't run, and I'm learning how to let them stay without letting them lead the way.
Someone said you don't have to be okay,
And I didn't know what to say, cause nobody ever gave me that line without expecting me to be fine. So I just nodded and stayed still,
letting something inside refill. If trust is built in pieces, then I'm still learning the thesis. But I don't break when I reach
for something I can't teach.
hollow trust exchange, slowly arranged. Every broken piece we change in exchange. Hollow trust exchange, no disguise, trying to meet each other's eyes for the first time. Not fixed, not whole, but we hold. I came back today. I came back today.
Hi, I'm Mara.
I didn't know what to say at first. I just looked at her like the world reversed. No noise inside my head that time, just something calm I couldn't define. She sat down like it wasn't hard, like I wasn't broken or too far gone.
She asked me simple things, my name, my day, and I answered without written, no way, no calculating every word I use, no fear of being misunderstood. It felt strange how easy it was
to just exist without a cause.
I told her I don't really know who I am. She didn't fix it, she just said I understand. And somehow that was enough to stay without needing to escape away. I wasn't performing, I wasn't lost, I was just there at any cost. Her voice didn't echo in my mind, it stayed exactly where it was designed. In front of me real and clear, not something I needed to fear.
And I realized I hadn't felt that way in more time than I can say.
No metaphors, no coded lies, just two people in the same time. And I didn't want to disappear for the first moment in years.
Not because I was strong but free, but because she looked at me.
I don't need to explain it right, it just feels like staying tonight.
No running, no escape plan, just her hand near my hand.
And I'm not fixed, I'm not healed, but something inside feels real.
talking about nothing and everything slow, like neither of us had anywhere to go. She didn't ask about the worst of me or what I used to be. She just listened like it mattered, like I wasn't already shattered. I noticed I wasn't shaking anymore, like my body stopped keeping score. Every thought I had before started fading out the door. Not erased, just not in control. For the first time I felt whole. She laughed at something small I said, and it didn't echo inside my head. It just stayed where it happened, right there, no distortion in the air. And I didn't overthink the sound, I just let it stay around. I told her I'm still learning how to stay. Instead of always drifting away, she set me to without a pause. No analysis, no hidden cause, just truth as simple as it can be. Between her eyes and me, and I don't know what this becomes, but it doesn't feel like I'm undone. It feels like maybe I could begin without losing everything I've been. Like something soft but strong enough to rebuild what I gave up. I don't need answers tonight, I don't need to be alright. I just need this moment here without fear. And she's here, so I stay. That's all she said, and everything inside me changed instead. No fear, no fight, just something quiet that feels right. I don't need to run, I don't need to hide, when she's right here on my side. Still here. Still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Hi, I'm Mara. I don't need to fix everything anymore. I don't feel clean, I don't feel cured, but I feel something I can't endure. Like the weight is still inside my skin, but it doesn't decide where I begin.
Every scar I carry has a voice, but it don't take away my choice. I remember everything I lost, not as failure but as cost. Every moment I couldn't stand, every time I lost my head, and I don't erase it from my mind, I just leave it in the line behind. There's no miracle, no final light, just slow mornings turning night, and learning how to stay awake without needing something to break. Even silence feels less sharp, like it finally knows my heart. I'm not who I was before the fall, and I'm not someone else at all. On the space between both states, where memory integrates, and I walk slower than I did, but I'm actually here within it. Some days still pull me back inside to places I tried to hide, but I don't disappear there now, I just observe it somehow
And come back without being lost, even when I feel the cost. No purity, no perfect end, just learning how to bend without breaking into parts I can't restart. And I don't need to erase every trace, just to find my place. Chemicals say not clean, not fake, just everything I became without shame. Chemicals say no escape, no restraint, just learning to breathe in what remains. I'm not here, I'm real, and that's enough to feel. I see the people I left behind, not as ghosts but still defined, and I can look at them now without breaking down somehow. Cause the past don't own my name, it just explains where I came.
I still carry nights I can't forget, but they don't dictate me yet. They sit beside me like a story told, not something that controls. And I don't fight what I became, I just change how I frame. Love didn't save me all at once, it stayed through months and months, through silence, relapse and repair, through moments I couldn't bear. And that's what makes it real to me, not perfection, consistency. I don't need to be redeemed, I just needed to be seen, and that's what pulled me back from everything I lacked. Not a
above the pain, I'm inside it still, but it doesn't break me. It bends me until I learn to stay, instead of fade away.
Chemicals say not clean, not fake. Just everything I became without shame. Chemicals say no escape, no restraint. Just learning to breathe in what remains. I'm not healed, I'm real,
And that's enough to feel. I'm still becoming. I'm still becoming.